Un, dos, y un, dos, tres, y... What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're making arepas. They're super fun and easy to make. Whenever I went to my grandparents' house in Colombia, it was always arepas and coffee for breakfast. A real Colombian breakfast. Let's get to it. So we're gonna start off with 2 cups of pre-cooked white corn flour, 1 teaspoon of vegetable oil, and 2 cups of warm water. Make sure the water's warm because it's gonna help hydrate the flour. Then just knead all the ingredients together, which should only take a few seconds. It's not a complicated dough. When you finish your dough, we're just gonna let it rest for 30 minutes. After that, we're gonna take it out and we're gonna cut it into 8 equal pieces. We're gonna flatten it out, and we're just looking for it to be a 1/4 inch thick. After you've got all of them rolled out, you can start searing them. If you have a cast iron pan, that would be the best thing to use. We're just gonna use enough oil to coat the bottom of your pan. We're gonna get it really hot before we put them in. When it's cooked on both sides, we're just gonna take it off the heat and place it on a cooling rack. For the meat, you're gonna take a pork shoulder and you're gonna cut off the skin. Some people like it. I personally think it's too fatty. You don't have to clean it completely though, you can leave some fat on it for flavor. We're just gonna cut it into even pieces. The smaller you cut it, the faster it's gonna cook, but you do want it to be big enough to have those strands of pork when you pull it at the end. For the seasoning, we're gonna go 2 parts oregano, 2 parts cumin, and 1 part black pepper. Just make enough to coat the meat. Make sure the oil is super hot so you can quickly sear all sides without burning the spice rub. Add the meat to a pot and add 1 whole diced onion, 1 jalapeno pepper, 2 cloves of garlic, and 1 bay leaf. Bring it to a boil and then let it simmer for 2 hours, or until the meat is tender enough to pull apart by hand. Keep the leftover stock because that's where the flavor is. You're gonna re-add the pork back to the stock, and then you're just gonna let it go until there's no more liquid. For the marinated red cabbage, start by taking out the core and shred the cabbage. I'm just gonna use half a cabbage for this recipe. We're gonna peel and julienne 3 carrots, and we're just gonna chiffonade coriander. Then just add 50 grams of salt, 50 grams of sugar, and 250 milliliters of vinegar. For the pico de gallo, we're gonna dice 3 tomatoes and 1 whole onion. I know I have 2 onions here, but that was my bad. 1 is definitely enough. We're also gonna julienne more coriander, add the juice of half a lemon, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then just mix it up. Last but not least, we're gonna do a super simple guacamole. You guys gotta be super careful when you cut an avocado, because if not, just look up #avocado hand and you'll see what happens. So we're just gonna add a pinch of cumin, a pinch of salt, some pepper, some coriander, and the juice of half a lemon. Then the last thing to do is just to assemble it like a sandwich. That's it for this week's video. If there's anything you'd like to see, just leave a comment below. I'm gonna start tackling them one by one starting next week. Also, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next week. Thanks guys. Peace.